Good morning, coming to you at 0900 hours, 45 minutes, Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. Morning, good morning, good morning. Hope all is doing well. Hope you're doing good. I hope you are enjoying the things that you probably couldn't enjoy in the past, or the things you went through. You overcame, you pursued, you were persistent, you persevered, you pushed through, and you are at where you are at now because you worked hard and you know the things you did came to fruition. And with that being said, this discussion is about how African descendant men don't receive love from their own people, from their own family, and just in general from society that we call what is supposed to be the quote unquote black African descendant diaspora. They don't receive the same love. And the reason I want to talk about this because all the lady friends I keep talking to, they keep asking me the one question after a short time talking to them. Don't you want to have a... It don't matter how many times I say it to them. Like, this is what I want, this is what I look for. But they're usually single or coming to the terms that the person that they're with, they don't want to be with. And I don't think I'm one of the persons that they're more on the side of, I want to be single. But I'm learning though, as a man and as a young man, a woman can come out of a relationship and be with any man she wants. Women want what they want and they will do what they want. So the underlying factor is, if you admire a woman and you're doing so much to be with her, and it seems as you're getting nowhere, in reality, you're getting nowhere with her. So you have to come to realizations yourself. When it comes to now, you did all these things to make yourself better, but you never guarded your heart. You got to the point where you got mad, where now you have so much contempt towards your same race woman, but you don't look at the other race women as the same thing. But at the same time, you're going to go through the same things because the desire of a certain type of man resides in all women. And I'm learning that. And it's rare to find a woman. And even when the women talk, you got to really listen to what they're saying and how they're moving, their actions too. They're not desiring a certain type of man. That's leaving 144,000 single African descendant men that's available, that's not in prison. Now, with them having children, long as he don't, to me, I look at certain things. Now, that makeup, if we take 100%, only 27% make up the unknown. It's 30 to 40% that's making up, okay, we know they're married, but then what about the other percentage? Those guys, that's 144,000 we know have no known records. As in, okay, you got a record for being pulled over or a speeding ticket because of some warrant or some stupid charge. I'm not talking about those. Now, those guys that have killed people and done so horrific things to people, that's at a 13% rate. That's part of the 27%. So we can understand why those men, I'm not saying they shouldn't receive love, will have a harder time, because if I did something to a kid and it happened to be true, whether it wasn't even sexual, I will kind of, even if I met a woman that way, I would kind of look at her different. I'm going to try to get to know her, but in some form or fashion, a bad undertone towards African descendant men is more desired. And I'm going to say that. If you have some type of background of being what they call the bad boys, you're more desired in the African descendant diaspora because of the detriment, the tragedy, and the destruction we've been through for almost 2,000 years. And we keep saying there's only some. No, it's not 400, it's almost 2,000. Because if you actually do the study and research of history, which some people don't want to care to do, or they keep only stopping at a certain point, it is show that we didn't live that way. Why we get in trouble? Why we also got to move? Because we're warriors. Warriors was, since little kids, was always moving, running, moving, jumping, flipping. That's why when our body structure, when we always seem muscular, even without the muscles. But when we start eating healthy, it's easier for us to look better. It's easier for us to have the definition of your muscle. Even our women, they're more curvy, they're thicker, they're built a certain way because we are the race that when we breed, we can breed a lot, but when we breed, we was doing it under the care and love of one another. Now we're doing it more under the systematic, the indoctrinations and the doctrines that they placed before us, and we took it. When we was in the jungle, we were gods. When they took us from our land, they tried to make us a man. I don't want to be a man. I want to be who I'm supposed to be. But I'm a man in the right of my attributes and my character of who I am. But the God, the creator, the emperor that you're supposed to be, I don't call kings and queens because those words got underlines that was from the other diaspora of people, the other races. We are emperors and empresses. And you're going to take the emperor out of me to make me a man when to wear a suit. I shouldn't be wearing a suit. Or doing my hair a certain way. Our culture is our culture. We were supposed to be free but not wild. And so as you get along, and if you're a man that's not the most desired man for your African descendant women, we came up with names to call you names. If you spend your money on a woman and you know you're not getting nowhere her, you call him a simp. Because he's a simpleton. He's nice. Nice means foolish. The original word of nice means foolish. But if you're a man, you have lots of women, you are called a player. Or if you can get women to do what you want, you are called a pimp. But if you're paying for a woman, you're a simp or a trick. And so a lot of the guys that got the love from the woman and the intimacy from the women are the guys that was part of the destruction. Those are the street dudes. Those are the dudes that carry a person, a certain persona. But if you don't carry that persona, you are looked at different. You have to learn how to work it for you. Just as in life, I'm looked at different for being a 6'5", tall, 6'5" African descendant man in the workplace. I'm not looked at as the 5'3" man in the workplace. Even though he may get the more, and since times change, the stigmas, you gotta remember stigmas that they placed on us for being African descendant and tall. You a player, you a hoe, or you have to play basketball. See, the 5'3" dude, he can be anything he want. Or the dude now, since he's carrying that persona, he can be bad and then turn good. But you have to always be a certain way. But that's why I say you got to learn what works for you. And what I've learned so far within the African descendant diaspora, as a man you have to really pay attention of the type of women you're trying to attract. They're not attracted to you, and that's the truth. They won't say it. So the women will ask me, don't you want to be married, have children? I said, yes, but it's nothing I can do about it. Don't matter how many law of attraction videos you watch. Don't matter how many games, the guys that put you on games video you watch. If that woman don't desire a certain type of man, she's not going to choose that certain type of man. Because even those same women, I would say, would you be with me? A lot of them, they walk around the question. Then I say, what's wrong? And then they won't answer the question. Because and I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at and that's what people have to understand. Now, some of you are mad at the world and the women that you're around, that she's not excited by you actually doing good. Majority of women is not excited by a man that has an education. Majority of women is not excited by a man that treats them good. Majority of women not excited by a man when they say, excuse me, miss, can I talk to you? So you got to come into reality. You got to stop really listening to women and start really paying attention to the woman. The woman you want, you got to pay attention to her. You got to see what got her. And if you really desire her, go for it. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna stay being me because I learned if I don't be me, you can still be you. I'm gonna take that back. You can still be you within that. But if you really want to be with her, you gotta excite her. You're gonna have to excite her at her joy. Now, if she just don't want to be with the African descendant man, cool. Move on. I'm not playing no down role because I know the same white man. He and it's funny because they will go out of their race to be the white man that look doofy as hell. Look like Chris Farley, if you know who that is. They won't go out and Jake and Shannon Tatum. He looked like a doofy Johnny Bravo, muscular dude that was picked on when he was little. The same type of dude you probably are. But she will be excited by him because of his skin color. So that's even racism. I had made a live about a recording. I don't know if I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to have to upload this one because that was the day before and I didn't upload them. But she's not going to have no problem with the doofy Shannon or the little short Asian dude or the tall Asian dude which looked like a nerd. See, it's her type. It's her type. A woman in her head will create her type for herself. And if you're not created in her type for herself, she don't want you. Don't matter what you do. Don't matter how good you are. You got to go through the works. But and this is not. I'm not mad. I'm not hating on a person. I know those dudes that she desired. They don't do nothing. When they said yes to her, you can ask a woman. Go ask a woman the truth. Tell her to tell the truth. If a guy she admires or have a crush for, how much work does he have to do to get her? She would tell you the truth. Nothing. All he got to do is ask her out and she's going to say yes. All he got to do is take her to dinner. She's going to say yes. All he got to do is bring her to the house and speak not great to her, good to her. She's going to say yes. You're not. That's why I say this is your choice. She's not going to make him. She's not going to cook him dinner. It's like, well, if you don't eat my food, I ain't go. No. She's going to be happy he even put her food in her mouth. So you got to come to realization, man. Women are going to desire what they're going to desire. And once you get that in your head, you will stop worrying about certain movements you want to be part of or practices because it don't make sense because it's stupid. You just gonna. That's why I'm happy. I know what I know. I know better. So I know if fire is hot, I'm not gonna touch it. I know if a woman desires certain things, I'm not gonna keep trying to portray myself. I'm gonna keep being me and say that's. And then in reality, man, if you don't look at it as this, if you don't think you're special in the prize, and look at it as this, and this is the all truth, and I know you might have some hatred towards women, and this is what you say. This is one of your talking points too. A whole race of women don't desire good men. They will raise their son to be good, but they won't even be with their son. You got to think about moving forward. Why would you want to be with a woman that wouldn't talk to you in your days when you didn't have finances? Now you do. But guess what? Are you not the same man you were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? What changed? Don't tell me because of my income. Now I'm more interested and excited. Because even if you want to compare societies, those women arranged marriages and everything else, a lot of them do become attracted eventually, or some of them do already like, oh wow, we're together. Some of them already had that mind frame, but all of them don't want that type of man. It's decided by their father who that woman is going to be with, and actually turns out to be better for her if she's going to be that part of that womanness that she says she is. She would think and logically like, damn, this dude is actually a lot of arranged marriages find their sons because the mother raised their sons and the men get with that woman for that purpose sake. See, and then you got to think about the quality of woman you're looking at. Don't try to, this is the drawback from impressing this type of woman. Impressing her, inciting her, and wooing her, and courting her. You got to think, she didn't get with that. Now, I ask questions. I ask a woman in a heartbeat, how many good men you turn down in a year? Women know what is good, because when women say, I got with a quote unquote, I don't use the word nice man, they turn out to be the same. She know good and damn well that was not, now I don't use nice, a good man she should have chose. Yellow flags was there from the beginning. She chose them. Then a couple red flags. That one red flag she just ignored totally. She know that wasn't no good, man. So that's why I don't listen to, and that's why I say some things. I don't listen to women, and I'm starting not to listen to women unless it's trying to survey or get information to understand. Because I haven't learned nothing in a relationship. I've been talking to a lady. I learned 3 different things about women within a quick pass. And a lot, such as women, they will not be themselves at first. We do that, but women won't be themselves at all. Then when she get mad, get her. You gotta see the thing you gotta pay attention to was when a woman get mad. If a woman get mad, pay attention to how she start acting and responding to you, because that same woman, when you having not a great day and you have a reason to really be mad at her, or not an ill will because something she did that she shouldn't have done. She spent your money when you said no. She did something and you said no, and it put you two in a worse situation. It's not gonna, but it put you in a situation where it don't benefit you two. She shouldn't have went out. Now it put her in danger. She had to call you, get you out of bed. You had to get up in the morning because you cool with her going out by herself. That's not your wife. It's your girlfriend. So you live in a different house. So she's not interrupt. But it's cool because that's her life. But she got to call you because she got her tire or something happened at 2 in the morning, and you got to get up in an hour or two. She's not going to really pay. And that's see where I'm getting at. That's the type of woman you don't want. She should call you, but she shouldn't. And she shouldn't automatically. And that's another thing. Assume if you tell her no. She shouldn't, and this live is about, this recording is about to go longer than I thought I was going to do the recording. She shouldn't be trying to force you to only do what she wants you to do. Think about that. Think about that. You told her no, and she said, what you won't do, another man will. A one-time no, every no you tell her, there was 8, 10, 12, 40, 50, 60 more yes. But the no's, she remembered the most because you didn't. That's the kiss the ass syndrome. That's another thing that we got to stop doing. See, if you're going to really go into these movements, least, as I say, I always say this, and some people say this, you don't hear this a lot. Do your all before you start into a movement. I haven't done my all. I would never join these movements, and you know the movements I'm talking about, because I haven't met every woman on this earth. I haven't met this rare woman that's still single. It's rare, them jewels, them diamonds. Every woman is not at the top of I'm not climbing the tree for every woman. Now, if I got to know her, I'm going to climb a mountain. Forget a tree, I'm climbing a mountain for her. But some women you don't know, so you wait, just as they do you. They don't know, so they wait, so you wait. But you have to put yourself as special in the prize as well. Because even Kevin Gates can get. I want to say the woman part as much, but I'm gonna say Kevin Gates can get vagina left and right. He said, "I don't treat her special. I treat her regular." He can get more women treating her regular. Why are you being so special to every woman you meet? See, this is gonna make it seem like, oh, because you don't get women. No, I'm giving you so much understanding to say, why are you doing this when the next nigga don't do it? They call men, and a lot of women don't call men. They call them niggas. So that nigga do it. I don't want to mess with that nigga. Instead of say I don't mess with that guy or that man, they call them niggas, and they wondering why they getting nigga stuff. So they messing with niggas. See, you not a nigga. You not associated with the niggas. You don't act as a nigga. You act as who you are, and they don't want to respect that. Then you don't have to respect her. If a woman don't respect who you are, why are you respecting her views? See, that sounds silly and stupid to you. Because you're going to say, oh, no, I'm not saying disrespect her. I said, don't respect her views. That's not of you. If you feel as, when you get to the point, okay, I'm going to woo her and incite her, and it's getting too much for you, stop. Because you got the same attitude. The same issue I'm doing for you, it's a woman out there from day one would appreciate it. She would have said, no, you don't have to do that. And when you said no to her, she would have said, okay, I understand. But no, they won't see, and they don't talk to women. They teaching women how to be high price and high class hoes. That's all. We're in a harlot spirit. They harlots right now. They want to be naked, wild, and free. Let them be naked, wild, and free on their own. But let them think about that. Because eventually they're going to have a future. Eventually 5, 10 years later, they're going to remember how many penis they put in their mouth. How many dudes they used. How many men they took from. But then they're going to think the spirit going to align them with a good ass man as me and you. Hell to the fucking no. That's bullshit. And I had to say it as that way. Parental advisory if you didn't already get that one. And I always mark my videos for the public. But you probably cuss around your children anyway. But hell to the fucking no that you're going to allow some bullshit for... I'm 36. You think I'm about to allow some 26, some 38, 39, 40, I don't care what age she is, woman, to tell me some BS. Think I'm about to kiss her butt and then tell me I'm not good enough or I'm not for her. When dudes, it's literally men that she been with that gave her not even a damn cent. I see men flash money next to a woman, don't give that woman a damn penny. But we find out because later she say, he ain't give me nothing. And I say, if he flashing money, already know he ain't give you none of it. You thought you was going to get some of it. And you played the role because you know why? The end of all her understanding, she admired him. She liked him. She say like, quote unquote, like. I don't use like. She admired this man so much. She didn't have to do nothing. I remember, and I was appreciative that this when a white woman said it. She said her nephew came home. She said he talked to the girl. He was feeling down. She asked him why. He talked to a girl. She kept telling him no. And she said, you stop talking to that girl. Because she explained to him how women work. And those are women, I don't care what her race is. And this African descendant woman, older women, even a stripper said it. She said, why would you talk to the women that wouldn't talk to you before you came into your career? But we teaches ourselves a slave mind, a religion of saying a man should have it or prepare a place. Well, there's also a part where you build, grow, and form together. If we're two single people and not have a baby, that means we're creating a family, correct? We're procreating. So even the word create is still in there. So we're creating a family, correct? So if I'm still creating with a person, why do you have to have everything? Why can't you just have common knowledge, or why can't you be working on things? But then that's rare to find. See, everything is rare because they made women to be out to be so great and good that they have no faults, no flaws. And then as soon as you talk about a flaw, they got to bring up a man because they're going to say, well, it took a man for this. But they're going to take the accountability almost down to only, the accountability for women is only 10%. This is not a hate video about women. This is more pertaining to the men that think that it's not your fault. It's what you've been taught. It's not your fault, but it's what you've been taught. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, it's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Know for yourself of who you are. And just because it worked for one person, that don't mean it's going to work for all. You have a great day. That's it.